There's a couple of seats down the front if anyone would like to...
What, yours and his?
Yeah, if anyone wants to replace us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this evening in conversation with Paddy Ashdown, hosted by Total Politics and the City Inn Hotel, who have very kindly agreed to sponsor the event and are providing the food and drinks. This hopefully will be the first in a series of events that we hold at the City Inn. We're also, at Total Politics, about to launch a new venture. We're venturing into book publishing, which, as some of you know, I have had the odd hand in before. And that's going to, we're launching our first series of books in September and October. You'll be hearing more about that in the next issue of Total Politics. The one you've got on your chairs is the issue brand new out today. No one else has seen it before. You'll notice a slight difference in the cover design. Hope you all like it. It gives me very great pleasure to welcome Paddy Ashdown to the evening. Now, this is a great week for you. Your autobiography is out. Now, I seem to remember a few years ago you told me you weren't going to write an autobiography. What changed your mind?
My wife.
Is that a unique thing?
No, it's not. It's not at all unique, actually. By the way, thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you very much, Total Politics. I regard it as an act of the deepest and most unjustifiable insult that you should publish in your newspaper that photograph, which you claim to be the best photograph you've ever published. This, it seems to me, is more like sort of Ken Clark on a bad day with hair. However, we'll leave that to one side. No, you're quite right, because I suppose the problem about autobiography is that it's a kind of closure, isn't it? And the other problem is that it's deeply narcissistic thing to do.
Well, you are a politician.
Yeah, that's right, not wholly unknown to the trade of politics. Somebody asked me today, rather innocently, well, you're publishing a book, what's it on? I said, my favourite subject. And they said, oh really, what? I said, me. And by the way, it's by my favourite author too. So there is a certain reticence about doing this. And it was actually Jane, I mean, and more than that, I've already published 2 diaries running to about 400 pages each, a fact which seemed to be completely, of which the political editor of The Observer seemed to be completely unaware in writing a review of the book this week, when she complained bitterly that it only had 3 chapters on politics in the book. So I didn't think there was scope to do this, to be absolutely honest, Ian, and I love the process of writing. I mean, this is my 6th book, and I really enjoy the process of writing. So when I finished my last book, Swords and Ploughshares, I was immediately casting around for another one to write, and I thought I might try a thriller. But Jane said, why don't you write your life story? And my answer to that was, not much point really, the diaries cover the important bit. No, they don't cover the important bit. The important bit about your life actually is what happened before you got into politics, because that made you who you were. And by the way, it gave you the experience that I think was necessary to do the job I then had to do better than I would otherwise have done it. And so I looked at it, and with the assistance of my friend Ian Patrick, who joined forces with her, and when those two combine, there is no resisting them, and said that I would do it. And I found it a really enjoyable, engaging
You said it provided closure. What do you mean by that? Because when you're writing the book, do you get to the end and you think, well, did I achieve what I really wanted to achieve in politics? When I interviewed you for Total Politics, one thing struck me, one sentence, you said, why the bloody hell aren't I Prime Minister?
Well, it's a bloody good question. Excuse me, it is an extremely good question.